Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of my wonderful and juicy and delicious little subscribers out there. And how I love you all so, and I hope that you're all super duper well wherever you are in the world, and that life is treating you oh so deliciously wherever you are, okay? And I hope that you're super duper well, my delicious little babies, okay? And much love to you all. Now, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to any passers-by. And I hope that you too are having a super duper time wherever you are in the world, and that life is treating you all so wonderfully wherever you are, okay? So what do we do? 3, 2, 1. Beam me up, my juice little lads. Thank you, little lads. You're lovely and bright. Now then, the weather in my neck of the woods in the old UK, well, you know, been out this morning, and it does seem as though, well, it is slightly milder, no rain, okay? Well, the sun is trying to crack out, only in my neck of the woods in the old UK. It could be different in other places elsewhere, okay, in the UK. So, yeah, so that's what's going on there. Now then, so I didn't do any videos yesterday, my delicious little babies. I needed to have, shall we say, a little bit of a recharge, okay? I just needed to, have just a slight bit of a rest, because sometimes things take over me, and, and in this particular case, I seem to be focusing on a lot of what's been going on and continues to go on around the world, okay? It's just something that I'm most passionate about, and, we need to be putting a stop to all of this, what's going on in the world, okay, my delicious little babies, yes. So I have quite a lot to say today, okay, my delicious little babies, yes. Now then, if you do happen to enjoy my video today, you do find it informative, if you'd like to please click on the like, okay? For others of you who happen to stumble across my video and, you happen to enjoy my videos, if you could please click on the subscribe. For others of you, please feel free to comment. It's always welcomed. And finally, if you would like to share my videos, okay? Because there may be others, delicious little babies out there, who want to receive information. Do you see what I mean? So they could be either busy working, or maybe they do not have access to a computer, or, one of these modern phones. Do you see what I'm saying to my delicious little babies? Yes, there could be a number of reasons why, why somebody, does not have, access to something, okay? So we're going to, I'm going to start from the bottom up. I don't know, I've been doing that lately, haven't I? Bottoms up, okay? Now then, so I've just been listening to, just before I came on, our camera to talk to you all, my delicious and beautiful little babies that you are, okay? And thank you for any likes that I've received, okay? And, if I do receive an occasional, comments, thank you. God bless you all, okay? I do appreciate it, and I, do look at things, okay, my delicious babies, yes. Oh, sorry, just one thing I just need to say just before I start. It has come to my attention yesterday evening, my delicious little babies, that it seems, I do believe, was it October last year, that another one of my videos has been removed from old YouTube, okay? And, well, the thing is that I personally did not feel that I was saying anything wrong, but it has been brought to my attention that, yes, it has been completely removed, my delicious little babies, yes. Like I said, there's certain things that I talk about, whether it be, well, it could be anywhere in the world, really, like Africa, it could be Canada, it could be, do you see what I mean? It could be Twitter things. Anyway, the fact of the matter is it was removed, okay? So I'm not saying anything that I shouldn't be saying, okay? And I'm not discussing anything that I should not be discussing. It comes to something in the world when, we cannot speak freely about something, okay? And apparently it was once again violating YouTube's, their terms and conditions and all that. Do you see what I'm saying to my delicious little babies? Yes, so, well, what can I say, really? Do you know what I mean? That's the way it goes, isn't it? It's horses for courses. Do you see what I'm saying to you? But my belief is, if something has to be shushy or removed, well, there must be some truth in it, mustn't there, my delicious little babies? Yes. So let me begin. So we've got our first one. So I've just been listening to, actually, so I apologise to anybody who would have wanted to listen to my video. You've got, if you could please tap into the space bar, okay, on old YouTube, Home Office, child trafficking, scandal. So I'll repeat that once more, my delicious little babies. Home Office, child trafficking, scandal. Now this, if you please look in the subscribe for some of you wonderful and delicious little babies, okay, it should say, the gentleman, God bless him, who uploaded it, a different buyers, which is spelled B for Bertie, I for Indigo, A for Apple, S for Sugar, okay, a different buyers, okay. Now, that's on YouTube, and yes, it's very interesting to hear that, actually. Okay, my delicious little babies, so I just thought I'd tick that one off, okay. And God bless any young Bens who, there we go, ding ding, who sadly go missing. Should not be happening, should it? Anyway, so I'm not saying anything wrong. This dear gentleman is on YouTube, so I'm not saying anything wrong at all, okay? So the next thing I want to talk about, so I'm going to tick this one off before I even see it, Greta Thunberg. So, yes, I've seen her, some days ago, yes, and, she was there and, it was, it's like a pretend situation, wasn't it? But if we look closer at her facial expressions, because I was looking very closely, do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, before they decided the old bill, where she was, to pick her up and cart her somewhere else, just so that she can have click, 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 click photographs. But if you actually looked at her face more deeper, we're looking at a young woman here who, and I'm going to be honest with you now, my delicious little babies, I'm not saying what's right or wrong here, right? I just look further into things, yes, but that's just me personally. But, her facial expressions, I actually seen sadness on her face, and then when there was parts where she was smiling, okay, it's almost like it's a kind of a nervous thing. Do you want see, there we go, okay? So what I'm saying to you is, unfortunately, bless, but sometimes you can be born into a family, okay, and these sort of things can happen. Now, I'm not saying, there we go, I'm not saying that this is right or wrong, my delicious little babies. What I'm saying is it's so important, rather than just looking at, the screen in front, do you see what I'm saying, to look behind it. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, it's like when, so that was the first part. And then, of course, it's in the second part where, she was being interviewed and she said that she had many jets. You see, really, throughout these past few years, yes, and even prior, because they put her as quick, as young as she could be, and they put her in front of the camera, yes. Well, she was done telling everybody long time ago. So, do you see what I'm saying to you, yes? So this is a situation that I feel that this young woman, so before I even say it, has been put into, yes, which we look at her parents and we look at, what's going on there, don't we? Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, so I just wanted to mention that. I'm not defending anybody at the end of the day. I'm just saying that she's a young woman, have a lot of growing to do. Do you understand what I mean? I'm not just referring to height. I'm talking about, things that you learn in your life. Do you see what I mean? So there's part of her where she has not been able to be just a normal teenager. So she has not been allowed to be that. Now, we could say that about many dear little teenagers around the world, God bless them. Do you see what I mean? They have not had the best of childhoods. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? So, but what I'm saying is, when somebody has been put into that situation, do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? So it's not, I would not feel that it is a particularly nice situation to be put into. That's just my thoughts anyway. Then we go on to a shorts video that I've seen with Donald Trump. So we change the subject now, yes? And he was talking about the corruption in Ukraine, okay? Now, I've known long time, years, yes I have, just like Prague, just like other places, yes, that Ukraine is one of the top in the world for there we go, for even say corruption. I've said it before and I say it again. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? Now, with all of these different things that have gone on, yes, and, there seems to be a mixed bag as far as our Mr. Donald Trump goes. Do you see what I mean? You've got some who love him and some who hate him. It's a bit like, have you ever heard of that old-fashioned saying, my delicious little babies? It's a bit like Marmite. You either love something or you hate it. Do you see what I mean? But as I've pointed out on previous videos, what one has to remember here is that he is a businessman. There we are. Do you see? Now, when he brought out the, and I want to just say this as well, when he brought out the, when he was telling, his fans out there, yes, and his voters and everything, he was saying, go and drink the bleach and everything else. Yes, we remember that very well, yes. But correct me if I'm wrong, okay? So please do not take me the wrong way, my delicious little babies. I'm not here to hurt. I'm not here to offend or upset anybody. I'm just looking at this ding, ding, dong, dong as a common sense thing. How many man or woman would literally go under their kitchen cabinets, yes, kitchen, or kitchen drawers, whatever they did, or cupboards, yes, and go and take the bleach as a grown adult and drink the bleach? That's all I'm saying. Okay, so I feel that Donald Trump, and of course this is why they've wanted to, which I've known a long time, yes, that, they've wanted him to, because they wanted him out of the way, didn't they? Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, he's still getting grief now. Okay, I'm looking at him as a businessman, yes, and at the end of the day, I've always looked at him, there we go, ding ding, as a businessman. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, but he does not agree with things. Okay, sometimes you're put in a position, aren't you? Now, okay, for some, we could say, well, you can say no. But when you've got a lot of other things going on, okay, behind the scenes that we are not seeing, do you see what I'm saying to my delicious little babies? Everything is not as easy as what, there we go, if I even say it, as what one would think. Okay, my delicious little babies, yes, but he was talking about in this short video about the, how, corrupt and, and basically, everybody must, supposedly, that they were to keep giving, you know what I mean? And he never agreed with that with Ukraine. Do you see what I mean? Now, we all know other things, what have been going on in Ukraine, like laboratories and different things like that. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? Plus, other things to do with America. Do you see what I'm saying? I've just got to be careful, all my delicious little babies, what I say, because you know what? Because otherwise, it clearly said on the message, I'll be off for a week and I'll get a strike. Do you see what I mean? This is about the 4th video now. That's why I took down my other video the other day, my delicious little babies, because I already know what the crack is here. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? So anyway, so I just wanted to mention that. So I'm not saying, what's good here, what's bad. I'm just saying that's my take and my opinion. For you delicious and wonderful, beautiful little babies out there, you may have a different opinion. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? It's just the way that I see things, if you know what I mean, yes? Anyway, so let's go on to something else. So now this one here, this is, right, so if you could please type into the space bar on YouTube, my delicious little babies, yes? You'll never believe what the WEF, that is the World Economic Forum, top doctor told me. So if you could please rewind and start again. If you could please type that in the old space bar, okay? And I'll just repeat once again. You'll never believe what the WEF top doctor told me, okay? And if you look in the subscribe, my delicious little babies, it should say Rebel News, okay, 1B, okay? And that's on YouTube. So we're going to tick that one off, my delicious little babies, yes? Because you see, the thing is here, I mean, she's there, yeah, with a blonde wig, black sunglasses. Do you see what I mean? And I did notice, and I actually put this in brackets, mentions human rather a lot. This doctor did, okay? So, and it's all to do with the COVID. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? But she happened to mention human on a few occasions. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little baby? She also happened to mention that, is it a lot? I'm trying to remember now. A lot has been learned from this past 3 years. And, so now what they're doing is, this is basically, yes, what they're now doing is, what they're wanting to do is, there we go, before I even say it, okay, because I have to memorise everything, is to get it right this time. Are you all following me, my delicious little babies? So these are important videos to please listen to. If any of you, my delicious little babies, and I'm not wishing to be rude or disrespectful, can please take a moment out of your time. So I'm sorry, my delicious little babies, and I blow a kiss to you as well. That's just one of my lovely dear little neighbours up the road. So I do apologise because, I will always wave, I'm not disrespectful. So please, and thank you, so I'm sorry about that. Do get distracted. So if you could please listen to that as well. Yes, it's very interesting, you see, okay? And, and I like to follow these things. Do you see what I'm saying to my delicious little babies? Yes? Okay. So now then, something else I'd like to discuss now. I woke up this morning, okay, and, I had 2 bikes, which were in my old noddle. And the one, so for some of you delicious little babies out there, you will remember, in fact, you'll remember both of these makes of the bikes, actually. And the one was the Raleigh Chopper. Okay, now you can actually go on DuckDuckGo for this, okay? My delicious little babies is an alternative, a different search engine, yes, because you've got an alternative to Google and you've got other search engines. It's whatever you prefer to do, my delicious little babies, yes? Now, I've just wrote down just a tiny bit, okay, my delicious little babies, yes? So, and it is as follows. Raleigh Chopper is a children's bicycle, a wheelie bike, okay? Manufactured and marketed in the 1970s, in the 70s, okay? By the Raleigh Bicycle Company of Nottingham, England. Okay, well, as we very well know, there is rather a lot of corruption, there we go, ding ding, that goes on in our neck of the woods in the old UK and old Nottingham, isn't there? Okay, the original colours, okay, this is the original colours, this I do believe at the start of the, when the chopper was brought out, yes, a bike, okay, were golden yellow, flamboyant green, and brilliant orange. Okay, my delicious little babies, something, just to write down. Now, the BMX, okay, was also made in the 70s. So it would be very interesting for you, my delicious little babies, yes, to please, take a look at, on DuckDuckGo, and please, if you just type in, all you need to type in, my delicious little babies, it is as simple as, when was the chopper, and it'll come up with, just press enter, and then it'll come up with, the chopper bike, when it was it. Do you see what I mean? Yes? But for some reason, these, well, these two bikes came into my old noddle, ding ding. Do you see what I mean? I used to ride, I've rode both of the bikes, the chopper and the BMX, the old BMX. But, the thing is that, I used to, love riding a bike. Do you see what I mean, in my earlier years? Yes. I always remember, actually, that, the old chopper, it was a strange looking bike, So for those of you out there, my delicious little babies, if you could just say, type it, or even just type it even into, into DuckDuckGo, what the old chopper bike looked like. To be honest with you, my delicious little babies, please do not get me wrong. A bike's a bike, but let's be fair with this, yes? It's a flipping rather hideous looking flipping bike. Do you see what I mean? And I never thought it was the best to ride, actually, but that's just me. I prefer to just use, the BMXs and just my wheelies and do my hops with it. Do you see what I mean? And, whiz around like that. Do you see what I mean? I was the same with my rollerblades and everything else. Do you see what I mean? Anyway, so I just thought I'd mention that for some reason. There's just reasons why I mentioned it, why it came into me. Not to mind you, the chopper, they also call helicopters choppers, don't they? They have done for years, haven't they? Okay. Now then, I want to go on to something else. So, now, this is on DuckDuckGo as well, my delicious little babies. Now, can I please just point out, just before I say anything else, I am not racist in any way, sorry. I am not prejudiced in any way. Anybody who knows me, okay, my delicious and beautiful little daughters, how I love them so, and my beautiful and delicious, dear little friends, they also know. And anybody who knows me, who lives around by me, everybody knows that I'm none of those such words, okay? But there's something that I want to bring to your attention. Now, this has been out for a number of days, actually, yes, but for some of you delicious little babies, you will know. For others of you, you will not know, okay? But this is DuckDuckGo, and this is a New York Post, okay? So we have got a San Francisco panel, okay, studying reparations has proposed. So, the word propose means when you ask somebody, doesn't it? So usually when you ask somebody to marry them, you will then propose to them, won't you? Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes, propose, yes? Or, one could propose an idea, to get somebody else to do something. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes? Anyway, a one-time payment of $5 million. Yes, so that is $5 million, my delicious little babies, yes? To each black resident of the city deemed eligible as recompense for the decades of harm they have experienced, according to a report on Monday. So what this is saying is, my delicious little babies, yes, is that what they're saying is, yes, according to what I'd read, my delicious little babies, yes. I have seen bits on BitChute, okay, BITCHEUTE, okay. But I just wanted to read just a little bit, yes. So all you would need to just type in is, San Francisco, to give $5 million, on DuckDuckGo, and then that will come up, yes. Now, you see, when I'd heard this some days ago, now I was going to, which I completely flipping forgot again, yes, I was going to write it down. I completely forgot because I'm too busy trying to give out other information as well. Do you see what I'm saying to my delicious little baby? Yes. So anyway, so we're going to take a look closer at this. So I'm not going to stay on this topic for too long, my delicious little babies. No, I'm not, yes. But correct me if I'm wrong here with what I've got to say, yes? So when we look at this, on the face of it, yes, it looks like whoever it is, oh yes, they want to just, throw dollars out Do you understand what I mean? Out there. Do you understand what I mean? Yes. And, you know, and of course, you know, that should make others happy out there. Do you see what I'm saying to my delicious little babies? Yes. But if we look at this in another way, so correct me if I'm wrong here, my delicious little babies, and I mean, please do not get me wrong, if anybody does get, you know, manage to receive that $5 million, well, you know, good luck to them, God bless them, you know, if that's what they receive. Okay, so this is not the issue here, what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is, correct me if I'm wrong, but I see this, and it's the wording, that it is like a form of, there we go, before I even say it, ding ding, division, again. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious babies? Yes, so they're trying to create. Now, on the other side of it, I only looked at a little bit, yes, so I didn't even write that part down, yes. But on another part of it, you've got others who, you know, these authorities and, you know, various others, yes, who, you know, seem to be, there seems to be a difference of opinion here on, you know, what should be paid out. Okay, my delicious little babies, yes, okay. Now, this leads me on to saying, so I'll tick that one off. So I'm not going to stay on it for too long. I wasn't saying, and I have to make this very, very abundantly clear to all of my beautiful and delicious little babies out there and anybody who happens to stumble across me, I did not mean this in any disrespectful, bad-mannered way when I said this, yes? It's just that I was wanting those of you delicious little babies to look behind everything. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Now then, on BitChute, so we're just going to go on to this this one here now. So you've got he's called the Jolly, you know, J for Jacko, for Oscar, Alpha Lima, Y for Yankee, Heretic, which is H for Harry, E for Echo, R for Romeo, E for Echo, T for Tango, I for Indigo, C for Charlie, the Jolly Heretic, and he's on BitChute now. Actually, I haven't seen him for a while, you know. He's one of these very, you know, very posh. Do you understand what I mean? I mean, sometimes, you know, the way he came across, I actually feel could be rather flipping rude, actually, but the thing is, he actually had a dear gentleman on there an awfully long time ago. It's got to be has it got to be about 2.5, 3 years ago now? And he was talking about different things, shall we say, yes? But if you please look at the Jolly Heretic, because he's had discussions with, you could just type it into the Google or into DuckDuckGo, you know, the Jolly Heretic, you see what I mean? Then you'll see who he is, yes? But he's had conversations in the past, and he had one particular conversation with one young gentleman, yes, who studies a lot of history. Do you see what I'm saying to you? But if we look at things the way it is, yes, and we talk about like slavery and everything like that, yes, if we really look at life as we know it, yes, and what we were taught to believe and everything else, yes, if we really look at life for what it is, yes, haven't we all been made slaves? Yes, ding ding. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes. So this is what I have to say here. So again, you know, as we can see, we're probably going to be hearing more about this, you know, which I've just read out to you. We're going to be hearing more about this, yes, ding ding. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, because quite simply, you know, it's about division again, isn't it? It's about putting one against the other. Do you see what I'm saying to my delicious little babies, yes? Now then, I also want to say, which that's on my old noddle as well, so I just want to say it while it's on my mind. I never even wrote it down, actually. You know, when you look at what was going on in Davos, and, you know, when you look at all our parliaments and you look at, you know, all these different things, yes? I mean, look how many flipping minions they are. Do you see what I'm saying to my delicious little babies, yes? Don't know, it's just, every time I look and I think, you know, so many flipping little minions. Do you see what I mean? Do you see what I'm saying to my delicious little babies, yes? Which of course we all know they're all flipping puppets, muppets. Yes, they're flipping are and lackeys. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes. And then of course we've got this. That's something else I want to discuss. We've got this. What is it? 5 or 6 o'clock at night in our neck of the woods in the old UK. You know, and then saying, oh, you know, you must not use, you know, electrical appliances and everything like that. Well, ugga. Well, here's the thing, is they're saying that about that now, yes? Then, which just reminds me of the flipping hosepipe band, flipping well over a decade ago, right? Oh, cannot use water, cannot do this, cannot do that. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yeah, just a crock of shite, as we know, right? But if anybody falls to this, and it seems to be the ones with the old flipping smart meters, doesn't it, my delicious little babies? Yes? I've been talking about these smart meters. Yes, I have. Ding, ding, on my videos. Yes, I have. Do you see what I mean? Now, they're saying that, then why are they trying to get others to go out and go and buy these flipping silly, flipping little, flipping Lego electric, flipping brum-brums cars? Do you see what I'm saying to you? So if they're allowed to do this, if they get away with this, then it's like, oh, well, you cannot charge up your brum-brum, you know, for those, God bless them, because we have to say God bless, who go out and buy these silly flipping Lego electric cars or vans. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes? And this is where the control tightens. Do you see what I'm saying? Yes? But if everybody, if anything, what they should be doing is the opposite. Use more and more and more. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? So when they say do not use it between 5 and 6, make sure that you've got flipping every appliance on in your flipping home, from the washing machine to the dryer to the kettle to everything. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes? Then I heard that, what's his name? That flipping Boris Twat Johnson again. He's gone back over to flipping Ukraine. Can you see what's going on here, my delicious little babies? Yes, it's like everything they have to protect Ukraine. Do you see what I mean? When, correct me if I'm wrong, and God bless all the soldiers on both sides, by the way, on Russia and Ukraine, right? And their dear families. God bless them. Dear soldiers, their dear families, okay? Because that's somebody's son, daughter, niece, nephew, grandson, granddaughter, brother, sister, friend. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? But all I want to protect is, we all know, everybody, my delicious little babies, ka-ching! That's all that they want to flipping protect, nothing more and nothing less. So what do? They send, not being disrespectful, by the way, to anybody who's overweight out there, so please do forgive me. It's just, you know, with me, anybody who knows me knows that I will come out with these things. So you send you Boris Twat Johnson, the flipping effalump that he is, do you know what I mean? Who has his shirt hanging half in and half out, cannot even flipping dress properly. Do you understand what I mean? Yes, and he was supposed to be the flipping ex-prime minister, whatever else, you know, he's supposed to flipping be. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? I mean, when are these flipping Egypts going to see that they're being used? There we go, ding ding. When are they going to see that they're being used by we know who? Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, they should just put a stop to all of this. You know, because it is affecting the Ukrainian citizens, you know, their own country. Do you see? And everything. Do you see what I mean? Because they're not caring about those residents of the Ukraine. They're not giving a damn about the Ukrainian residents at all. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes? It's like they're just trying to claw in what they can. Do you know what I call it? It's like a big, massive, flipping, putrid, flipping spider's web. That's what it is. It's like flipping here, there and everywhere. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Yes? So anyway, so that's all I wanted to say. Now, is there anything else that I want to talk about? Oh, yes. I just want to advertise a few today, my delicious little babies. So if you could please tap into the old space bar, my delicious little babies, yes? They're waking up. Okay, so it's they're waking up. Okay? And if you please look in the, you know, the subscribe, sorry, where it says subscribe. It is The Dive with Jackson Hinkle YouTube. So we're going to tick you off, Jackson. Now, he is absolutely flipping hilarious, flipping is, you know. I mean, what it is, he gives news out, which is obviously very serious, yes, and our hearts go out to all the families of both the Ukrainian and Russian and everything like that, yes. And anybody else, God bless them, you know, who has been affected by this war at this moment in time, yes. So God bless, you know, all of them, yes. But he talks about that, but what he does, it's the way he delivers the news, okay? So, do you see what I mean? So, in parts, on certain videos, he says these things, but it's just the way he comes across, you know, so you're not laughing at the situation, it's just the way he comes across is flipping hilarious. Do you know what I mean? I find him flipping hilarious sometimes, I really do, you know, I delicious little baby, so it's just so funny, you know. Honestly, you know when someone just got a really good personality, do you know what I mean? They know how to deliver things, you know, they've got a character. That's what I mean by that. That's all what I meant. I never meant nothing else by it, do you know what I mean? Now then, and if you could please go on to our lovely Duran, which is on YouTube, okay, they're also on BitChute, Odyssey, Rumble, Rockfin, Locals, Telegram, okay, I do believe. So let's tick those off, okay, my delicious little babies. And if we could please go on to our lovely and delicious Alex Christopher. He's also on YouTube, my delicious little babies. He's on all the other platforms that I've just said as well. And, you know, he's on YouTube, okay. And he gives out, you know, all the news and everything with all the geopolitical, yes. And then you've got our lovely Alexander Mercury, yes. And he too has his own platform on YouTube, and then he's on all of the other platforms as well, yes. So if you could please take a listen to my delicious little babies, because they do the geopolitical, okay. And it's things that you clearly will not hear in the old box in the corner of the room. Okay, my delicious little babies, and yes, lovely gentlemen, absolutely super duper wonderful, okay, and lovely. Now then, and then there's just one more, sorry, two more, okay. So I've got our lovely Gonzalo Lira, okay, so you will find him on YouTube, okay. He has got a few channels, and he's also on Twitter, I do believe, okay. So you've Gonzalo Lira, I do believe that's 1968, okay, that 1968 always sticks in my noddle, you know. And he's on YouTube, okay, so you've got Gonzalo Lira, then you've got Gonzalo Lira again, and then you've got Gonzalo Lira 2. So it's not the number 2, it's 2. Okay, my delicious little babies, yes, and he does some very interesting videos as well. They all do. Okay, my delicious little babies, yes. And not forgetting our lovely Professor Tim Wilson, okay, because they're all so super duper lovely, okay, and it's just so lovely, you know. But what I really love about, because I love them all, but what I love about our lovely Professor Tim Wilson, okay, because he also does, like, you know, acting and poetry, and, you know, and he plays the piano, you know, so it's that sort of thing that I like about him. Do you understand what I mean? And by the way, not in that way, my delicious little babies, yes, but, you know, it's just, I just like, so what I do is I just like to give out information, okay, but it's just to keep all of you wonderful and delicious little babies that you are updated with everything, okay, so that's the lot really, so we're just going to tick those off. Okay, and that's everything for today. So yes, so please do not be offended, you know, because I was talking about San Francisco and everything. It wasn't meant that way, okay? It's just to let you know, my delicious little babies, is that, you know, these just do not know when to give up. Do you understand what I mean? So they just want to throw more dollars, pound, shilling and pence, ka-ching, okay? Which, of course, you know, is meant to create one of the reasons, only one. Okay, there's many reasons, yes, ding, ding, yes for this, yes. But it's to create a divide. Do you see what I'm saying to you, yes? But like I said before, and I'll say it again, it is the materialism that these, okay, you know, like when everybody's, you know, been brought into the world, God bless the beautiful dear souls, you know, and then it's like, oh, you know, you've got to get a better car, you've got to get a bigger home, you've got to get better clobber on your old back, you know, whistle and flutes and frocks and all these different things. Do you understand what I mean? You've got to go to super duper delicious restaurants. You've got to do all these different things, yes? You know, get these massive, which they seem to be growing even larger, don't they? These massive televisions, television programming. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes. So they do all of these things, you see, so that one will not step into themselves. Do you see what I'm saying? To see who they really are, okay? So then they get overtaken by before I even say ding ding, the materialism of things. Do you see what I mean? And sometimes it is just nice and lovely, super duper beautiful just to go out into nature. You know, something that that does not cost a penny. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes? And that's where you get the old-fashioned saying, sometimes the best things in life, before I even say it, are free. You know, just to look at pretty flowers or pretty trees. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? You know, it's like I love to see as well, you know, like the grass, the overgrown grass, you know, like in fields, and you got all of the wild flowers and everything like that. I mean, it's so picturesque to look at. It's just so beautiful and pretty. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? You know, instead of being involved with all of the hustle and bustle of life. You know, because it's like we've been sort of treated for many decades and decades, all of my wonderful and delicious little babies out there, like flipping robots. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? So what it is, it's sort of having to break free. Yes, I understand that we need ka-ching, pound, shilling, pence, dollars and change, you know, like if you want to go and get a loaf of bread or a pint of milk. I understand that side of things. But you know, I mean, let's just get real, be realistic here. If so many man and woman out there, yes, and God bless them, and I will say that, were given that colossal amount of ka-ching, well, there would be some, God bless them, who would not know what to do with it. You'd have others where they'd just go on speeding, well, yes, cars and things like that. You've heard about that as well, and lottery winners, yes, and even in our neck of the woods. Do you see what I mean? Where they've just, you know, cars here, cars there, brums here. Do you see what I mean? And even one with a flipping helicopter. Mind you, he ended up flipping broke, didn't he? That one. Cannot remember who he was now. That's going back some years. Anyway, getting back to the matter in hand, what I'm talking about is then you'll have others who are spend, there we go, spend, yes, and then it gets out of control again. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes? Okay? So, you know, that's all I wanted to say, really. It's about looking deeper into things. So it's not just listening to the initial, it's about looking deeper. Okay, and that's what I wanted to end it with today in my video, my delicious little babies. So I apologise if some of you may have felt a little bit bored. That was not my intention, okay, not at all, because I'm never here to bore. I'm just trying to get information out, just to explain things in the best way that I can. And I hope that you're all going to continue to have a good day. Okay, my delicious little babies now then. And for those of you who even take the time to listen to my video, much love and God bless to you all, okay? And that is, you know, the Duran Shop 10% off, okay? And nobody asked me to do these things, do you know what I mean? It's just, I just do these things. You know, nobody asks me to do anything, my delicious little babies, ever. I just feel happy when I give out information. That's just what I enjoy doing. But I also like to give information out about things that I have listened to as well or read. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, just so that for those of you beautiful and delicious little babies out there, for some of you, that because some of you will know this and delicious babies and other delicious babies will not, but you know, it's just to open your mind to different things. Do you see what I'm saying? There we go, ding ding, that's all I try to do, okay? Not to hurt or offend or upset anybody, okay? So it's just to, you know, open your mind, okay, my delicious little babies? So on that note, wishing you all the most beautiful morning, afternoon or evening, wherever you are in the world, my delicious little babies. Yes, and please continue to feel a love, okay? Please give everyone, well, whoever you can, you know, within reason, of course, you know, you cannot just go jumping on everybody, okay? Because then you'll get locked up. But, you know, for some of you may want to give your friends or family a little hug, you see what I mean? For others, you might want to shake their hands or give them a pat on the back. Do you see what I mean? But it's just, what we're trying to do is just keep the vibration high, yes? And sometimes, yes, I do have my odd moments. So for those of you who've been so very kind to follow me for all this time, okay? I do have my moments. Sometimes I just get a little bit frustrated, yes? Sometimes I just burn myself out. But I do not mean any harm to anybody out there. Do you understand what I mean? Yes, it's just what I feel that my role here to do is just to, you know, to awaken those, God bless their beautiful dear souls, not meaning that disrespectfully, okay, just to awaken them more. Do you understand what I mean? To wake them up. Do you see what I mean? And to look at different things. Yes, that's what I feel that my role is, really. Do you see what I mean? Because we've all got a role in life, and no matter who we are on the planet, we've all got a talent, haven't we? It's just that when somebody wants to constantly suppress it, do you see what I mean? You know, then it means that for many delicious little babies out there, you know, they're not being able to shine the way that they should rightfully be shining. Do you see what I'm saying to my delicious little babies? Yes, because some, as we know, try to put a stop to this. But anyway, we shall carry on talking, we shall carry on discussing, we shall carry on giving out information for all of our wonderful and delicious other little platformers out there. God bless you all, YouTubers, you see, and any other platform, whether it's BitChute, you know, Brand New Tube, Odyssey, Locals, you know, Rockfin, Telegram, anywhere. Do you understand what I mean? Yes, and we just continue to give out that information. And that's all we can do, really. You know, nothing more and nothing less, really. Okay, my delicious little babies. So until my next video, thank you for listening. Much love. God bless. Take care. Thank you. Goodbye.